You gon' need some Adderall, something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your casualties. Courage of King David, battling like the Maccabees. Find out who you think that nigga, walk to him casually. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it they hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity, in the field but it's amity. Horror, I see calamity, scar you up for my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me, fuck them up in they faculty. They words sweet, sit in they mouth and causing cavity. Yeah, it's a war, but none of you suckers worry.
It's a war going on outside, you in the crib with the ball outside. I get it on outside, from the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawn outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. It's Excalibur, your bladder be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib but the ball outside, I get it on outside.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn right, I'm a UPK nigga. Straight out of One West, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed. Slaves, niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalking or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. America's killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, put some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father, give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauders. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, but get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
Going on the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of this vibe. Who am I? Well, I ain't shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, past your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing. Gonna get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn that nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn the missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Living finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. You murdered us for years and thinking shit wasn't gonna turn around. Pride never learns. This motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told him to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us in fleets. Fuck they apologies, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is gonna destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You gotta put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is gonna bring judgment on this earth.
All right, we're gonna clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West on 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General Yohana. This is RGV's Wednesday night law class. We're gonna get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is heaven and hell. Blacks and Hispanics, we are in hell right now. You don't have to go underground. You don't have to dig 5,000 feet underground and dig through all the Earth's core and all that to find hell. When you walk out of your door in the morning, you see hell. When you look around outside of your neighborhood, you see hell. Blacks and Hispanics. Anytime you see another black or Hispanic brother, you don't ever think to yourself, "Oh, he's probably doing pretty well for himself. He probably doesn't have any types of worries in his life." He is still in the same hell as you, Blacks and Hispanics. We are in this boat together. We are in this hellhole called America. You see what I'm saying? We have been in this hellhole for the past 400 or 500 plus years. Blacks and Hispanics, we've been living in this hell, just enduring all types of torture and violence. Blacks and Hispanics, we need to get the hell out of hell. We have been in the hell way too long. So much so that we've been in the hell so long for so long that now we begin to think that living in hell is just normal. That there is nothing wrong with the way we live. There is nothing wrong with the way we treat each other, with the way we act. Blacks and Hispanics. We don't even see anything wrong with how our oppressor treats us now. The so-called white man, the so-called white woman. You see what I'm saying? We don't even see anything wrong with how they treat us because we have gotten accustomed to it. Blacks and Hispanics, we have to understand that our customs and traditions are not oppression. They're not pain. They're not servitude. That's not what the Most High God built us for. The Most High God built us to be kings, to be princes and princesses and lords over this entire earth. He didn't create us to be drug dealers and pimps and gangsters and gangbangers, you know what I'm saying, and jackers and then scammers. That's not what the Most High God built us for. The Most High God didn't build us to be baddies. He didn't build his daughters to be 304s. He didn't build his sons to be steppers, to be demons. He built us to be a special set apart stock, blacks and Hispanics. We were supposed to dwell in the kingdom. We were supposed to dwell in heaven unbothered. You know what I'm saying, blacks and Hispanics? This world was created for us. Let me get that. Let me find that scripture real quick. And if somebody could pull it by Washah. I think it's 2nd Ezra 6:56. The world was created for our sakes. You see what I'm saying, blacks and Hispanics? We need to be taught this. We need to be taught something new that is not only going to benefit us, but is also going to organize us and structure us as a people. Because if you don't have a culture, if you don't have a strong foundation on history, we don't have anything. First, we have to understand that we're not African American, we're not Americans. You see what I'm saying? We're not any type of byword or proverb that they try to put on us. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics. If we are African American, that means we have to be descended from two different men, Scipio Africanus and Americo Vespucci, two white men, blacks and Hispanics, and we are not descendants from either one of those men. But yet we call ourselves after their names, but we're not their children. Israel, your true name is Israel, Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, blacks and Hispanics. That's your name. Your name holds weight. Your name holds honor and respect. We were not like all these other people. These other people, they try to parade and masquerade around like they're just so honorable and respectable, and they have such a rich culture and heritage, and they just been doing the righteous thing and for thousands and thousands of years, and their history is just so deep and has so much deep meaning and an aura to it. Where blacks and Hispanics, where a vast majority of their wealth that these other nations have, they stole it from us. The vast majority of this so-called history and heritage that these other nations have, they got it from us. It was inspired by us. See, today we have the world mixed up. Today we try to be like our oppressors. We're from the jump. They try to be like us. They try to have their family dynasties as we had ours. They try to run their kingdom the way we run ours. You know, they try to act like they're just so superior. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just so superior and we are just so inferior. Blacks and Hispanics, where even when we knew our place, even when we knew that we were superior to them, we never treated them inferior. We never treated them bad because of the color of their skin or because they were rich or poor. Blacks and Hispanics, that is not our culture. We have to put on the glory of our culture. We have to put on the glory of our forefathers. We can no longer be like these other nations because these other nations, they squander in their so-called heritage. Their heritage is filth. Their heritage in so-called temples or outhouses or urinals. Blacks and Hispanics. You see what I'm saying? They have no type of idea or any type of they wouldn't have no type of idea about culture, you know what I'm saying, or history or the importance of family and brotherhood if it wasn't for us, blacks and Hispanics. Let me get that for our sakes. That is the book. That's second Ezra 6:59. If somebody got it, Baruch Shah, they read it.
Con, it's the 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long?
Go ahead.
How long shall this endure?
Stop right there. You see, blacks and Hispanics. Ezra is saying here. He said, "If the world now be made for our sakes, if this world is for us, why does it seem like we don't have anything? Why does it seem like we were only made to serve? Why does it only seem like we were just made to be a helping hand? Why does it only seem like we were just here to fill graveyards and jailhouses, blacks and Hispanics? This is not your placement on this earth." He says, "How long shall this endure? How long will we go through this before we realize that we are a chosen people?" If you could go up a couple of verses to verse 56, Bible Shah.
Verse 56. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people.
As for who?
As for the other people.
As for the other people, blacks and Hispanics. So right here, we're already off the bat. We're already making a distinction between one group of people and another group of people. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is not all unity like how Christians try to make it seem like. Keep going.
Which also come of Adam.
Yeah, they say we all come from the human family tree. You know what I'm saying? We all come from Adam and Noah. You know what I'm saying? That's true. But there is a distinction. You see what I'm saying? There is a group of people that was set apart. Blacks and Hispanics. Keep going.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are what?
They are nothing.
They are nothing. The Most High God looks at these other nations as they are nothing. Keep going.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. What is spittle? Blacks and Hispanics. Spittle is spit. You ever be talking and it said that every time you speak little particles, it's right. Every time you speak, the little particles of spit come out. When every time you speak or every time you breathe, do you think twice about that spit that leaves your mouth? You don't think twice about it. You don't care about it because it's not important. The Most High God likens these other nations unto spittle. Keep going.
And hath likened the abundance of them into a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Keep going.
Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, the heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing.
Stop right there. He says the heathen. Ezra said the heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing. These heathens are nothing in the eyes of the Most High God. He said they are nothing. They have been. Keep going.
Have begun to be lords over us.
And now something that was nothing, something that was just easily disregarded, has begun to rule over us, blacks and Hispanics. This is a tragedy. This is tragic. That something so precious to the Most High God has fallen into the hands of something that means nothing to them. Something that means nothing to him. Blacks and Hispanics. You get Jonte, let me get Exodus 19:5, Baruch Shah. Blacks and Hispanics, we have to realize that once we get off these other nations, once we get off their roller coaster, you know what I'm saying, and stop acting like they're just so superior, and they're just something to be glorified and looked upon with praise and glory. You know what I'm saying, and prowess. Like we have to be like them. We should be like the Asians. We should be like the Arabs. We should be like the whites. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, they have nothing that we didn't do first. They have nothing that is more higher than us. They have no higher understanding, any higher knowledge than us. They have no type of they have nothing that can hold a menorah to us, blacks and Hispanics. They have no type of idea of what it means to be the Lord's people, because all they serve is false gods. Blacks and Hispanics, you need to wake up and realize that you are very special to the Most High God, that there is none other like you. If you could, Bible Shari, what you got?
Salaki, what verse is that?
Exodus 19:5, Bible Shari.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant.
Stop right there. Blacks and Hispanics, like the brother, like I brought out in this last scripture I pulled, these heathen that the Lord looked nothing upon. He saw them as nothing, and they have begun to be lords over us. They were able to do that because we didn't keep the Lord's covenant. We didn't keep His commandments. We didn't obey His voice. If you could, Bible, go ahead and keep reading.
And keep my covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Above who?
All people.
Above all people, blacks and Hispanics. Now, do you see the comparison? How the Most High God in the book of Second Ezra said that the Lord likened the heathen unto spittle, as to a drop from a vessel. And then here in the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 5, He likens us, Israel, the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, as peculiar treasure. You know how you have to go into a jewelry store, and then they have like the regular jewels, the regular diamonds on display and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Necklaces and whatever else may have you. And then at some other part of the store, they may have like a vault or a safe where they have the most expensive jewels, the most foreign jewels, the most uncommon jewels from centuries ago. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics. That's what we are to the Most High God. We were set apart. We're not for everybody to put their hands on. You know what I'm saying? We're not for everybody to just we're not just for anybody to just use blacks and Hispanics. You see what I'm saying? There are 17 other nations on the earth, and the youngest nation, which is us, Israel, we were the one who the Most High God chose to be a peculiar treasure. It says then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Black and Hispanics, wherever you put your foot on this earth, you remember that belongs to your God. You remember that the Most High God made this world for you. He didn't make it for the oppressor. It doesn't matter how many acres they have. It doesn't matter how many homes they have, how many cities they build, how many of us they kill, blacks and Hispanics. You remember that this land, this world, this earth belongs to you, and it was made to be your paradise. They were made to be the helping hand, blacks and Hispanics. They were not meant to rule over you. Let me get that in the book of Genesis. Let thy brothers bow down to thee. Said Genesis 26. Hold on, let me find it. Because this is we have to put this in our chest. Let me get that. That's Genesis 27. Salakia. Give me one moment. Bear with me one moment, Bakusha. Salaki, give me one moment. This is very important that we understand this, blacks and Hispanics, because this is our history. This is our heritage. We have to realize that none of this, that this whole world is ours. Give me Genesis 27 and 29, Babu Shah. As a matter of fact, start at verse 28, Babu Shah.
Of Genesis chapter 27, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine.
You see, blacks and Hispanics, we have always been a farming kind of people. You know what I'm saying? A farming type. There are a lot of farming metaphors throughout the Bible. And this right here is as Lord giving us blessings. You see what I'm saying? As the Lord granting us blessings through Jacob. It's like it through Jacob's father Isaac. You see what I'm saying? This was our blessing because Esau didn't want this. This right here is talking about Isaac is blessing Jacob with the earth's increase. You see what I'm saying? To give the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Blacks in Hispanic. This is talking about how we will be I want to say hefty, but a very well nourished people. You see what I'm saying? We will know how to till the ground, as old folks call, you know what I'm saying, turn the ground over. Blacks and Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? Well, you can notice this is us because the oppressor, he doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't even let the earth rest. I believe there's a scripture I know of, and it says that you're supposed to let the earth rest like between 3 to 7 years. I think it's like 3 years, something like that. Or I think it's a year. It's a year. It's between 1 to 7 years. And they said you're supposed to let the earth rest for a period of time. You know what I'm saying? To give it to replenish itself. What does a white man do? He just continues to milk the earth and just drain it of its resources. And when he has sucked dry one part of the earth, he'll move to another part, unalive some more people or buy or steal the land of somebody else and then do it again. Like he did with the Native Indians here in America. You see what I'm saying? Like he does all over the earth, blacks and Hispanics. Keep going. In verse 29, what's up?
Verse 29. That people serve thee,
Mm-hmm.
and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord.
See that? So right there. You see that, blacks and Hispanics? It said, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren. Blacks and Hispanics, these other nations were made to have their foreheads at the earth towards you. They were meant to serve you, blacks and Hispanics. They were meant to be kissing your boots. They were meant to be shining your shoes, folding your clothes, cooking your food, cleaning your houses, working in your fields, washing your car, cutting your grass, blacks and Hispanics. But as you can see, these roles have been reversed. And somehow we're doing their job and they're trying to do ours. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, this is ridiculous. They were never meant to be in our stead. They were never meant to sit in our seat. But now they're sitting in our chair. You see what I'm saying? And now we're cleaning up the table. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. Where it says, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee.
Come. And let thy mother's sons bow down to thee.
Mm-hmm.
Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
Stop right there. You know what's ironic about this, blacks and Hispanics, is that I think it was Ted Cruz or some other politician. They went on a talk show and they was talking about the Bible says for Christians and Americans to stand with Israel because it's their duty, it's their obligation. You see what I'm saying? This is why America is backing Israel, or it's like the Israelis. You know what I'm saying? Those are not the real Israelites over there. Those are not the real Jews. And this is why they're backing them, because they think by helping Israel, by funding Israel, by giving Israel weapons and grants and loans, you know what I'm saying, and all types of food and resources, that they're helping the Lord's people. Whereas they have the Lord's people in their position right now, and they're treating them like excrement. Treating the Lord's people like they don't even exist. Blacks and Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? We need to wake up and realize that this is not your place. This is not your place of rest. We are in a living hell right now. Drop that. Let me get that Matthew 10 and 28. You know what I'm saying? Black and Hispanics, because nowadays a lot of us don't want to return to our culture and our heritage because we're afraid. We're afraid of losing our job. We're afraid of losing our house. We're afraid of losing the money in our bank account. We're afraid of losing our wives and our children. We're afraid of losing our friends and family. They're going to say, I can't be a part of y'all. I can't join y'all. Y'all in the hate group. You know what I'm saying? My mama saw me with y'all, man. She lose her mind. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, we just don't. And also, we also fear the oppressor. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, we got so accustomed to walking with our head down, and when we see the oppressor coming, you see what I'm saying? We look the other way. We put our eyes to the ground because we fear him. So they say they have put it in us, almost hereditary. You know what I'm saying? In our blood, that if you stand up to the oppressor will unalive you. Because he did it to Christ. He did it to Nat Turner. He did it to many black people. He did it to Medgar Evers. He did it to countless blacks and Hispanics. How many black men and black women, Hispanic men and Hispanic women, Native Indian men and women have been shot and hung because they stood up to the oppressor? Because they looked at the oppressor in the eye and they said, "I'm not going to bow down to you." So they killed our brothers and sisters, and they killed us so much that it instilled a generational fear in us that we would just inherently know not to stand up to the white man. Blacks and Hispanics, so they want us to be afraid of them. They want us to be afraid of death. They want us to never pick up our sword and stand with our king and stand with our God and turn back to our God's laws in fear of death. Blacks and Hispanics, if you got it, read what you got, Bible Show. Matthew 10:28.
So like I was on mute. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. Fear not them which kill the body.
Fear not who?
Fear not them that which kill the body.
Blacks and Hispanics, you see, we shouldn't be afraid of any type of militias or terrorists or white terrorist groups or organizations, whoever else out there that's about, we're going to do this to black people. We're going to bring back slavery. We're going to get in our pickup trucks and go into black neighborhoods and let hell just let loose and just let all hell break loose. You see what I'm saying? But we shouldn't be afraid of them. We shouldn't be afraid if our boss sees us working on the corner. You see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be afraid if our boss sees us speaking the words of God. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our brothers and sisters, a lot of them are like what you call it, they do stand with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They are Israelites until their boss calls them into the office and say, I heard you were saying something about the Jews and World War III and the Jews not being the real Jews and that the white man's the devil. You tuck your shield in. You know what I'm saying? You cut up your fringes in because he finna cut off a paycheck. Blacks and Hispanics, we need to realize that your culture and heritage is worth more than a measly $800 a week. Because this is what your children are going to have to depend on. You see what I'm saying? That money, that food in the fridge is not going to last forever. Well, this truth has stood and passed the test of time. And priest after priest after priest and prophet after prophet after prophet has came back and forth. You see what I'm saying? Putting their lives on the line on a daily basis to make sure that this truth, that this banner stays waving. Blacks and Hispanics, we need to wake up. You see what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of some cop. They got some gun in the badge. He human just like you are human. The Most High God can strike him down. You don't even have to put a hand on him. Keep reading.
Come. but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Blacks and Hispanics, the white man is not who you need to fear. You need to fear the man that you serve, that who you're supposed to serve, who you were initially supposed to serve, which is the Most High God. You see what I'm saying? The white man can only take you out momentarily. The Most High God can take you out for good. He can destroy your body, and then he can destroy your spirit. He can break you in half like a Twix. Back to the Hispanics, you need to open your eyes and realize this. That's like if I'm sounding a little bit repetitive. You see what I'm saying? But this is an emergency. You see what I'm saying? This is urgent. You see what I'm saying? These are serious times that we are living in. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you've been watching the news. You see what I'm saying? But America is on its last leg right now. You see what I'm saying? All that America the Beautiful and USA, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Them days is finna be over. Them days are finna be long gone. Because America will no longer reign supreme. You know what I'm saying? Fire will rain down on America for its arrogancy and its cockiness and for its brutality and its hellish devices that they use against the Lord's chosen. Drop that. Let me get that Ecclesiastes 3:16, Baruch Shah. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 16. Because blessing and Spanish, we need to realize that once you perish, once this body that you live in right now is gone, you see what I'm saying? Reincarnation is real. You are going to come right back into the same hell. You will not escape. You will not escape it. Blessing and Spanish, you know how many times the prophets have been in this hell and had to fight and had to endure and had to resist? Because we want to get out of this hell. We're tired of dying bloody and then waking up in the same hell and then dying bloody again. We're ready to wake up in the kingdom. We're ready to go. We're ready to walk. We're ready to live in this kingdom. We're ready to wake up and see our children ruling. You know what I'm saying? To see righteous men in authority and in power. We're tired of waking up and seeing some white devil as the king or the president. We're tired of seeing their little white children and their little white women walk around just so happy and jovial and playing and running around without a care in the world. When you see our neighborhoods and they look like hell, they look like third world ghettos because we're living in hell, blacks and Hispanics. This is the condition of the battle. You know what I'm saying? So we in ISUPK, we are building that army. We are building the 144,000 that will building this new kingdom. Where blacks and Hispanics don't have to worry about getting shot down by police officers. They don't have to worry about their their homes getting raided by, we got the wrong house. You know what I'm saying? They done shut up everybody in the house and now it's the wrong house. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about our daughters being sex trafficked. We don't have to worry about praying for our sons every time they walk out the door and screaming and hoping and praying that they make it back alive. We don't have to worry about this is our last day on earth. We don't have to worry about how we're going to pay the bills. Blacks and Hispanics, we are living in these worried and troublesome times because we are not following the Lord's commandments. And we just keep on coming back to the same condition, keep on coming back and coming back and coming back. Nothing changed. With no type of change, no type of change of scenery. You see what I'm saying? Where it seems like there's no hope. Blacks and Hispanics, if you could, Officer Yagana, if you did, we get that Ecclesiastes 3:16. I can get it. You got it?
Yeah. This book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Mm-hmm.
That wickedness was there.
Keep going.
In the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Blacks and Hispanics, you stop right there if you could walk shop. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, heaven and hell, basically in layman terms, with Solomon is saying right here, heaven and hell are both on the earth because they're both under the because he says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. What's under the sun? The earth is under the sun. Blacks and Hispanics. He's not talking about some realm in outer space. He's talking about Earth. He's talking about the planet Earth that you and I live on. He's talking about the planet Earth. And he says that wickedness was there. In the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Blacks and Hispanics. This Solomon is saying here that heaven and hell is on planet Earth. You see what I'm saying? Heaven is, when you die, you don't just float up into the sky with a white beam and just it's all magical and you got little white babies with white babies with blonde curls and angel wings, diapers with the little harps and bows and arrows. You see what I'm saying? Welcome you into heaven. And hell ain't some place with all surrounded by fire where it says 200 degrees and there's a 20-foot devil, red devil with a pitchfork and horns and a spiked tail and red eyes and sharp teeth. That's all folklore. That's all stuff that those are all stories the white man made up so he can get money out your pockets. Blacks and Hispanics. A place of judgment, wickedness, and righteousness, and as well as justice, mercy, evil, and wickedness are all acted out on the earth. Now I'm proof to you. Give me verse 17.
Verse 17. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
For there is a time there for every purpose and every work.
He said that go back up. He said that I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there meaning earth. He's talking about here on earth. For every purpose and for every work. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, this is talking about judgment. This is also speaking about reincarnation. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, I will judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. You remember that man, what was it? What was that scripture? What is it, Mark or John? I believe it's John. Let me check my precept book. I think it's Salaki. I think it's John. I think it's the book. I think it's John 9. What's going on, sir?
Salaki, you talking about the man was born blind?
Come.
John.
I think it's John 9, 1 through 3. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Book of John right there, chapter 9, verses 1 through 3. And then you remember that the man, he was born blind, and the disciples like, who was it that sinned? Was it him or his parents? Where it caused him to be born blind? Well, if he was born blind, how could he have sinned? How can a baby sin? You see what I'm saying? How can a baby sin? You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics. So we're talking about with his past life, the things he acted out in his past life when he was an adult, when he lived however he wanted to live, or he didn't fulfill what he was supposed to fulfill, so he was born blind in the next life. You see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics. But Christ said that's not the reason. It was neither him or his parents that sinned, but that the works of God could be made manifest. Let me drop that. Let me get my next precept. Let me get Revelation 5 and 10.
Book of Revelations, chapter 5 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And has made us into our king, like our God, kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
He said, and has made us into our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Blessings and splendors, you do not have to die to get your kingdom. You do not have to die to get to heaven. You see what I'm saying? You can have yours right here on the ground. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to die and get no pie in the sky. You said blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a fantasy that our slave masters fed unto us. Did the white man have to die to get in New York City? To get the diamond industry? You know what I'm saying? To get the banking industry? You know what I'm saying? He did not have to die to get all he has. So why do we have to die to get ours? He can have his right here on earth in abundance. But we have to go through hell, die, and then we can get ours in the sky. We can get ours beyond the firmament. You know what I'm saying? The white man has tricked us and deceived us into believing that the only way we can have peace is to die. Blessings and Spanish, we have been we have been sorely misused. We have been misused so much is that so many of our people cannot wait to die, just so they can feel like they can get some sort of sense of peace. Because all they live in their daily life is some sort of drama or torture or torment. Let me get that. Let me get Revelation. Let me get Matthew 6 and 10. Baruch Salaki. Let me get Matthew 6 and 10. Because this is what you're gonna have to realize, that you know what I'm saying, that this kingdom that we speak of is coming here. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna. We're not going to the kingdom. This kingdom is coming to us. The kingdom is coming to a hood near you, and he's coming for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The kingdom is coming to a barrio near you. It's coming to a reservation near you. It's coming to a ghetto near you, coming to a hood near you. Because the white man already has his kingdom. He has his kingdom in Westlake and Lake Travis and Rollingwood and Bee Cave. You know what I'm saying? And in Beverly Hills and Mar-a-Lago and Dubai. You see what I'm saying? He has his kingdom. He has his fortune and his riches and his millions here. He didn't have to die to get them. He didn't have to live a life of hell to give them. That's not going to get them. All he had to do was murder, rape, and rob. That's all he had to do. Actually, he had his millions here. But he said, but in order for you to get yours, you have to die. You got to bite the dust. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, because he didn't want you to do to him what he did to you to get his kingdom. Let me get Matthew 6 and 10 by Wukasha.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 10. The kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
He says, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Blacks and Hispanics, earth is just the earth is just a reflection. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in heaven, because nothing that happens on earth goes on without the Lord's okay. So the kingdom of heaven is coming down here. Let me get that. It's in the book of Revelation. I think it's Revelation 22. I think it's Revelation 21 and 2. Yeah. Let me Revelation 21 and 2. Start at verse 1.
Book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 1. And they saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Stop right there. John said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. This is a vision that John is having. He's having a vision about the kingdom of heaven. He said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Now, remember what Christ said in the book of Matthew, where he said, until heaven and earth pass, not one jot or one tittle will pass away from the law. He said heaven will never pass. Basically, he was saying that the same way that heaven will never pass is the same way that not one inkling from the law will pass. So what John's talking about here, he's not talking about a literal heaven and earth. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the structure, an order system, a structure system that's going on here. You know what I'm saying? What does heaven signify? Heaven represents the top. It represents the top, the elite. You see what I'm saying? The superior. And what is the new earth? Everybody knows that earth is below heaven. So what is the earth? The earth is below heaven. So that would be like the base, the bottom of the structure. And they would be the lower class. We keep going. It says, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. Keep going. Read that part, Bible Show.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
It says the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. What's that first heaven? That first heaven was what we see now. We see the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts and the Trumps. You see what I'm saying? And the Rothschilds. You know what I'm saying? And these and Elon Musk and all these other these so-called elite white people. You see what I'm saying? They're just living such a fruitful life. They just have so many riches and so much glory. You see what I'm saying? They're living it up right now. They're living high off the horse. But it says that their heaven their heaven, which is the old heaven, is going to pass away. And it says a new earth. So a new earth. And they said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. So the people who are at the bottom, which is blacks, Hispanics, Native American entities, God's chosen people, we will no longer be at the bottom. Our time at the bottom is going to pass. Keep going.
And there was no more sea.
Keep going.
Verse 2. And I saw, and John, I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
Say that one more time. He said, and I, John, read that from the top, verse 2.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
He said, I saw New Jerusalem coming down from God out of heaven. Blackness, man. It didn't say that we were ascending up. You see what I'm saying? He said that New Jerusalem was coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Blacks and Hispanics, the kingdom of heaven is coming to us. But are we going to be prepared for it? Are we ready for the kingdom of heaven? Blacks and Hispanics, the kingdom of heaven is like nothing the world has ever seen before. Because Christ will be the head. And 144,000 will be his government. And we will rule the earth forever. Drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy 32 and 22. Deuteronomy 32 and 22.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn into the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
You see right there, blacks and Hispanics, the Most High God's anger can go from the lowest hell, which means from the trailer trash, the poor white trash, the Euro trash, all types of white people, to the foundations of the mountains, to the highest, most richest, elitist people of this so-called capitalist society. Blacks and Hispanics, because this place, all they think about is their money. and how they can make money. And the vast majority of the time, 99.9% of the time, we are a part of how they make their money. Drop that. Let me get Zephaniah 2:1 Bible shot. So with everything I'm bringing out right now, blacks and Hispanics, I wonder if you even understood or even begun to understand how important it is for us to rejoin as people, because so much good is promised to us. This ain't no false promise. Blacks and Hispanics, this ain't no empty promise. So much good is promised to us. So many blessings are promised to us. You know what I'm saying? That we have to be together. We have to be united. We have to be a wall, a front. Blacks and Hispanics. We have to be something that is, how do I put it? These words. We have to be something that the Most High God wants. You can't put no sugar on no. It's like you can't put no. Excuse my language. Excuse the term of expression. You can't put no sugar on no shit and try to present it to the Most High. And that's what Abel did. And you saw what happened to him. And that's like not Abel, Cain. You saw it's like, excuse me. You saw that's what Cain did, and you saw what happened to him. The Lord rejected him. So we need to present something to the Most High God that is worth presenting. What is worth presenting? Brotherhood, unity. And if you don't have unity and brotherhood with your own neighbor, blacks and Hispanics, you don't have anything. You think we're just going to have the kingdom of heaven as individuals? We're going to have the kingdom of heaven as a unit, as a family. It's not just going to be black people in the kingdom of heaven. It's not just going to be Hispanics in the kingdom of heaven. It's not just going to be Native Indians in the kingdom of heaven. John said in the book of Revelation, we'll pull that later. Read what you got in Zephaniah 2:1 Bible Shah.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
He said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Blacks and Hispanics, who desires us on this planet Earth, other than for personal gain or for some type of sexual lust? Nobody. Blacks and Hispanics. Nobody desires us. Nobody wants us unless they can benefit from us. You see what I'm saying, blacks and Hispanics? It is up to us to rejoin ourselves. It is up for black people to say that, you know what I'm saying, I don't care about what they say. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what some white man says. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans are my brothers and sisters. It's up for the Mexicans or Latino brothers and sisters to say that I don't care what some white man says. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I was taught in the past. Black men and black women are my brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? We have to say that we have to stand in unity and solidarity. Because without it, we will not have the kingdom of heaven. Christ said in the book of Matthew that the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the kingdom of heaven is in you. We suffer violence, not only at the hands of our oppressor, but also ourselves, because we hate ourselves. The oppressor has taught us to hate each other, blacks and Hispanics. So we carry out acts of violence. You know what I'm saying? There's black on black crime, brown on brown crime, black on brown crime, brown on black crime. And we just hate each other with so much passion and just a fiery indignation. We just hate each other with just so much aggression. And we don't even care about each other. We don't even care about the world doing them. That's why it's so hard for us to come together as a people. Start that from the top, Bible Show.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation I desire.
It says, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Just those first couple of words, gather yourselves together. That means muster up. You know what I'm saying? Where are the soldiers? Who was in our army? How are we going to fight a war if we don't even have our soldiers? Blacks and Hispanics. You see what I'm saying? We're not getting out of this one by one. Like I said earlier, the kingdom of heaven is not for individuals. The kingdom of heaven is for Israel. George, let me get Revelation 21 and 12 Bible shop. Revelation 21 and 12. This we got to stop being so hateful towards one another. We have to stop being so merciless towards one another. And you have to say, I need this brother. I need this sister. I need this brother so we can make it to the kingdom. I need this sister so we can make it to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? This is not just some nigga. This is not just some 304. You know what I'm saying? I need this sister so we can make it to the kingdom. If you could, Bible, should I read that right there? This last. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 12. It had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels.
How many gates were there?
12.
12 gates, blacks and Hispanics. 18 nations, but only 12 gates. So you probably say to yourself, what are these 12? Maybe there's just 12 nations that's going to make it. Keep reading.
And at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Of the children of Israel. That is one particular nation that is written on the gates of heaven. You know what I'm saying? You ever go to a restaurant, you see a table that says reserved, or they may have like a name on it that says reserved for the Johnsons or reserved for the Robinsons or so and so. You know what I'm saying? That's how the kingdom of heaven is. The kingdom of heaven is reserved only for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And that's what the kingdom of heaven for. So that's what the kingdom of heaven is for. Kingdom of heaven is not for the Asian man, the Arab man, the African man, or most definitely not the white man, because they already have their kingdom. They already have places that are whites only. They already have places where it's not secluded, but that's sanctioned off. You know what I'm saying? They say we don't want any undesirables in this community. They already have their VIP section. Blacks and Hispanics, the kingdom of heaven is ours. The kingdom of heaven is our VIP section. And if you're not blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you are not getting over that threshold. You see what I'm saying, blacks and Hispanics? This is our kingdom. This is our inheritance. The kingdom of heaven. With that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer 50 Yaganan. You got a security announcement, sir?
Slaki, hold on. I think I got it. RCPK security announcements. Go to RCPK, start out at 1 West on 25th Street. New York. Go for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties the commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara. 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
So like the next holy convocation, let me get up on my phone. me one moment. So, like, I got it right here. The next Holy Convocation is Memorial of the Blowing of the Trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, September 21st, 2025. This can be found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 to 25.
Conversations. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, all black. Scarves. Security announcements. I pass back to Officer Ricardo.
All right. With that, I'm going to end the class out with a salute to the brothers and sisters. To the brothers, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Brakathum. To the sisters, Yahweh Shemal Thum Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.